tripping. Anyway, let me do this, brother. Let's do this right, brothers and sisters. We're gonna learn a little something today because we got a channel that is instituted, founded on learning something. You feel me? So this how this go. The question is a nationality necessary in 2016? That's the question. All right, I'm gonna read this real quick. This is divine warning of the prophet, Noble Drew Ali. This is actually comes out of the Moorish guide. You can correct me on this. It might be 29, 28. It might be 28, 29, not sure, but one of those days. But you can correct me. I don't try to be perfect, but you can correct me. But let's say this. This is what the prophet says. Y'all with me? That's Tom. Let's bring it down. Let's breathe and flow and breathe and flow. Here we go. All right. This is the divine warning of the prophet. If you never heard of the Moorish Temple of America, this might be of interest to you, and because it gives you a perspective of where we stand and what we believe. Okay. The prophet Noble Drew Ali in the divine warning for nations, it says, the citizens of all free national governments, according to their free national constitution, are of one family bearing one free national name. Okay, one more time. The citizens of all free national governments, according to their national constitution, are of one family bearing one free national name. The question is, do we know what a free national name is? Question one. Hold that one right there. Number two, those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government are classified as desirable, as undesirables, and subject to all inferior names and abuses and mistreatments that the citizens care to bestow upon them. That's supposed to be undesirables. And it is a sin for any group of people to violate the national constitutional laws of the national government and cling to names and principles that allude to slavery. When we're talking about sin here, we're not talking about the type of sin that you read about in the Bible, that if you don't give your life to Christ, you're burning hell. We're not talking about that. That you do this wrong, you do that. It's just being disobedient to law. This is a universal law. You feel me? This is a universal law that everybody has a free national name. Whether we start with tribe and then be in that nation, there's a free national name that every group of people have. That's why you can look at somebody of Jewish descent and you can look at their last name, Roberstein, and you know where he's from. You know where Roberstein from. Or you at least know his culture is embedded within his name. Huh? Come on now. You look at an Italian person, look at their last name. You know that his culture is embedded in his name. His history is embedded in his name. You look at somebody from any part of the world as it relates to whether it be somebody in Nigeria, because they hold on to their names. A lot of Kenyans hold on to their name. A lot of people on the continent of Africa, they still hold on to their names, even though every country except for one was colonized. A lot of them still hold on to their indigenous name. So the question is, what is your name? What is your free national name? All right. Now remember, is nationality necessary in 2016? All right, let's go. It says, I, the prophet, was prepared by the great God of law to warn my people to repent from their sinful ways and go back to the state of mind of their forefathers. What is the state of mind of your forefathers? Go back to the state of mind of their forefathers, divine and national principles. If we don't know what it was, if the only thing we see, the birth of the nation, Black History Month, you know, talking about slavery and all that, us huddled and shit, Where is your divine and national principles? What are they? If your reference only take you to the end of slavery, as they call it. If your references only take you to 1960, getting bit up by dogs and sprayed up by a water hose, what is your divine and national principles? What is it? Let's go on, because I'm going to break this down real good. Inshallah, to the best of my ability. Now let's go. It says that they will be law by the citizens and receive their divine right as citizens according to the free national constitution that was prepared for all free national beings. They are to claim their own free national name and religion. Again, what is your free national name? Now let's ask the question. Let's ask the question. Is nationality even important in 2016? Because if it's not important, there's no need to read the rest of this. Is nationality important? Yes, I say it is. Now, I'm going to go down because we're going to actually, come on, Dishat, go ahead with that. We're going to actually let people, a few people chime in. Now check this out. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali says, you who doubt whether I, the Prophet, and my principles are right for the redemption of my people, go to those that know law and city hall among the officials in your government and ask them under an intelligent tone, and they will be glad to render you a favorable reply. For they are glad to see me bring you out of the darkness into the light. Now check this out. I want y'all to listen to this, because this is where we go wrong at. This is one of the things we really go wrong at. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali states, so let me fix this real quick. Hold up. I'm trying to, okay, there we go. I'm trying to read and watch too. All right, so this is what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said. He said, those who think, okay, I want y'all to pay attention to this. Please pay attention to this. Prophet Noble Drew Ali says, for they are glad to see me bring you out of the darkness into the light. This part here makes the difference. Money doesn't make the man. It is free national standards and power that makes a man and a nation. Hold that thought for a minute. Is we running around disunified, yelling quote unquote black power? Is that real power? We know that's not real power. Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, and then y'all need to follow me, because y'all gonna think this just cliche-ish until I explain it. Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, money doesn't make the man. It's free national standards and power that makes a man and a nation. The wealth of all national governments, gold and silver and commerce, belongs to the citizens alone. And without your national citizenship, by name and principle, you have no true wealth. Let's break it down. Our forefathers and foremothers were put into slavery. Our forefathers and our foremothers built this country from nothing. When the European came here and intermingled with our people that was already here, he didn't even know how to survive. Our people assisted him in surviving because we just got a loving heart. We didn't want to see nobody die. They couldn't handle the cold, the summer. They couldn't handle the changing of the weather. They were just used to cold. And we know soon as the weather changed, we catch colds. We know that, you know what I mean? We know that I got a little cold down. Soon as the weather changed, we catch cold. They weren't used to all that. So they end up with getting smallpox. They end up actually killing off our people with smallpox and all this old craziness. But nevertheless, our people assisted. They called them Indians. They ain't nothing but Moors. Let's be clear. Nothing but Moors. Sit. Case closed. We ain't gonna argue that point. Anyway, so our people, when we was actually put into slavery, and I'm not arguing the fact about African participation, because y'all keep talking about the Moors put somebody in slavery. No, Africans participated in the slave trade. The European ain't that strong, ain't that sharp without the participation of African people. Our people participated in the slave trade. You call them Moors, you call them Africans, you call them indigenous, you call them whatever you want. Our people participated in the slave trade. Get over it. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali said all people have suffered slavery. All people have suffered slavery by not honoring the principle of our forefathers. Now listen, this shit, if you don't like what I'm saying, you know what? You can take the show somewhere else. Fine with me. If you haven't studied enough to know our peoples was here before the Europeans, pick up a book. The best I can tell you. Now, if you haven't realized that our people were not Indians, that there was Moors, pick up a book. It's written. But that's not the point that I'm making. So let me not stop on that point. Anyway, let's go. So our people was put into slavery and built this country from scratch. This is my point. Built this country from scratch. When our people come here, there was not a building. There was not a road. There was not a train. There was not a train track. With no whole bunch of smelting going on. Our people built this country from scratch. Now, they went back and forth trading the items, commerce that our people produce from the land. Cotton, cedar, maize, corn, and whatever else they could extract from the land. They had our people to do it. And when they extracted from the land, they traded. They was paying taxes to Europe. They was doing all this, but our people did it, the work. Right? Let me get to my point. It made this country one of the richest countries on the face of the earth in that era of time. Today, we're one of the most powerful, we're most powerful country on the face of the earth today. But all of that power, whether it be military, whether it be economic, whether it be political, all came from the finances that our people worked tirelessly for without pay. There would be no United States without our people as we know it. There would be none. Our people grabbed every resource under the direction and oppression and subjection of the European and turned it into valuable goods. European traded, they benefit, and the country bloomed. So the prophets say the wealth of all national governments, gold and silver and commerce, belongs to the citizens alone. And without your national citizenship by name and principle, you have no true wealth. What does that mean? Nationality is important because it puts you into the constitutional fold of families of nation. And now what your forefathers worked for is actually yours. You doubt me? You doubt me? It's actually yours. But it's not yours if you're outside of how to obtain it. Let me go on a little bit more, and then I'm going to explain that. And I am hereby calling all true citizens that stand for a free national government and the enforcement of the Constitution. Why the prophet want that enforced? Because he know that outside of the constitutional fold, all that our people work for is not ours. All that our people work for is not ours until we get into the constitutional fold that will give us unalienable rights. We're not asking for the rights. Let me get that clear too, because I'm gonna touch that in a minute too. Because you think, I know some of y'all hoteppers out there thinking that I'm saying I'm trying to conform to a Eurocentric way of thinking. No, 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 no. We're gonna get to that in a minute. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Now, so outside of the constitutional fold, all that your forefathers worked for, all that your foremothers worked for, all the cutting out the stomach and babies falling on the floor, on the ground to put fear in you. All of the hanging in the field all day, all night, so our forefathers and our children can see this to put fear in you. All of the rape, the molestation, all of that goes in vain when we unable to obtain what will give us the real power. Free national standards gives us the real power. Nationality gives us the real power. Why do I say that? Throughout the planet Earth, everybody on the planet Earth have a national descent name. And if it's not national descent, it's at least tribal, that traces them back to their forefathers, their foremothers, everybody on the face of the earth. But in the construct of the United States, when we fail to subscribe to ours, man, we just give up everything that our forefathers died and worked for. We give up everything. We let it go. And I'm going to show you how we let it go. I'm going to go down. Prophet Noble Drew Ali say this. Let me say this real quick. Everybody want to talk about the Prophet Noble Drew Ali outside the Moorish Science Temple of America. I want to ask y'all, who came to deliver us? Who came to deliver us before the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and Marcus Garvey? Who? Huh? Who? Before I read my next thing, I want to take y'all back in time. Let's go back in time real quick. 1920. We need to go back to 1913 because Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches us the Moorish Science Temple of America was founded in 1913 AD. But okay, better yet, let's go to 1913. Do anybody really know what was going on in 1913? Do anybody really know? Do anybody really know? You see, because we look at Prophet Noble Drew Ali through 2016 eyes. Take your mind back to 1913 when we could barely have a concept of Africa. Whether educated or not, we barely had a concept of Africa. And I'm talking about that there was educated people, our people, but very rarely did they have a concept of Africa. When the Prophet Noble Drew Ali talk about the Moors, that's a concept of Africa. Who came with a concept of Africa and the organization of us as a group of people to mobilize us? Name one. I'll wait. Name one. Nobody. Listen, I'm not saying nobody never mentioned Africa. Not saying people didn't talk about Africa. Not saying that. Outside of Marcus Garvey and the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, there is not one that organized us with a concept to take our mind back to our forefathers and foremothers' national and divine principles. But let me go on to this. Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, I love my people and I desire their unity and mind back to their own free national and divine standards, because day by day they have been violating the national and the national and constitutional laws of their government by claiming names and principles that are unconstitutional. If the Italians, let's work with it. Where are the Italians from? It might be from Italy. It might be a country, just maybe. If the Greeks, where the Greeks are from, they might be from Greece. That's a country. English, that might be England. Chinese, that might be China. Japanese, that might be Japan. Turks, might be Turkey. Arabians, Arabia. Is forced to proclaim their free national name and religion before the constitutional government of the United States. It's no more than right that the law should be enforced upon all American citizens alike. It's no more than right. So let me give you an example. So let me give you an example. Man, these people talk about some info because they ain't got common sense. This is a common sense show tonight. This is a common sense show tonight. You ain't got common sense? Come on, man. You ain't got common sense. This ain't for you. Yeah, Saudi Arabia, my fault, brother, but you get my point. But if you don't have common sense, this one not for you. And not for real. Not for real. No, it's not for you. It's common sense tonight. This show is common sense tonight. And I'm reading the lessons of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. You know what I mean? It's common sense tonight. If the Italian, Greeks, English, Chinese call themselves by a name that's connected to a land, isn't it only right that you should too? And even if they don't call themselves a name that's connected by a land, should they call themselves a name that's connected to a history that formerly had a land or something? Isn't that right? Common sense. It's common sense, man. You don't like common sense, that's your problem. Anyway, it's only right that we have to do the same. Why are we the only people on the face of the earth that don't have to do the same? Why? The prophet is trying to force the government to make you do that. Why are we the only one on the face of the earth? I mean, come on, man. You seen what I put up there. You know, matter of fact, you seen what I'm gonna do right now. Hold on one second. Where is the flag for the national descent nature of black people? Where is it? Where is it? When people, you know what gets me? When people say, well, the Moorish flag, that's a Moroccan flag. The Moorish flag is a Moroccan flag. The Moorish flag, that's Morocco flag. Why y'all got Morocco flag? I don't think Morocco even had that flag when the prophet was around. Matter of fact, they didn't. They didn't fly that flag when the prophet was around. Morocco got our flag. They didn't fly that flag. That is a Moorish flag. That's a Moorish flag. Get it right. It's not a Moroccan flag. It's a Moorish flag. And when Morocco gained their independence, they flew that flag. That's our flag. Stop. I don't care how big the country of Morocco or how powerful, how strong the French colonized and made Morocco. That's our flag. Prophet Noble Drew Ali displayed that flag way before Morocco flew that flag. It's our flag. So when you say it next time, say, oh, Morocco flying the Moorish flag, because that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Anyway, so the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, first of all, he's saying that the wealth that our people accumulated, the only way that we're going to have access to it, we must get into the constitutional fold. Let me say it one more time. All the wealth that our people have worked and accumulated and built this country, the only way that we're going to have access is we must get inside the constitutional fold. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. That's Operation Proclamation all day long. You know, we're going to get into that in a minute. Now, I'm going to go down a little bit more. It says, through your free national name, you are known and recognized by all nations of the earth. Through your free national name, you are known and recognized by all nations of the earth. That are by all nations of the earth that are recognized by said government in which they live. The 14th and the 15th Amendment brought the North and the South in unit. Mind you, I'm not arguing this point, so don't even wait for it. Placing the Southerners, who was at the time without power, with the constitutional body of power. At that time, 1865, the free national constitutional law that was enforced. And at that time, 1865, the free national constitutional law that was enforced in 1774 declared all men equal and free. And if all men are declared by the free national constitution to be equal and free, that the constitution have never been changed, there is no need for the application of the 14th and 15th Amendment for the salvation of our people as citizens. Now let me tell you what my prophet is saying. One thing for sure and two things for certain. Once you are born on this soil, by the way of birth, you have the rights. The Prophet Noble Drew, they are not rights. By the way of birth, you have the granted privileges of a citizen. Granted privilege is this. The granted privilege is this. You can go vote. You can go to school. You can get welfare. What else? What else you like to do? You get some WIC. But at any given time that they deem necessary, they cut you off. That's a granted privilege. That's a granted privilege. Every 10 years, there's something that has to be signed so so-called black people can carry on and vote. Period. Vote is right. So it'd be unhinged every 10 years. I think it's every 10 years, but you can look it up and find. Type it in. You got Google. You're looking on your phone now. Type it in. Every 10 years. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. You only become a full citizen when you proclaim your nationality. You born here, put you on the path. But to complete the path, you must proclaim. Let me give you an example. You got You got Mexicans, Honduranians. You got people coming over here from different countries. And when they get over here, they're considered illegal, aliens, whatever the case may be. But the moment that their child is born here, guess what happens? Their child automatically becomes a citizen. Automatic. And guess how that child becomes a citizen? The child becomes a citizen when the parents proclaim their nationality on those documents that we see every day. Birth certificate, Social Security, school registration. They proclaim it like that. That's why today you see a lot of Hispanics working. They legal. Those are the children. They are the children. Now, if they did not have no documents where they proclaimed their nationality, they couldn't have no rights over here. They couldn't have no rights over here. They would be considered just like their mother that came over the border, just like their father that came over the border. If they didn't have documentation that they proclaimed. So what I'm saying, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said that when you put the pen in your hand, you sign your name. What is that? What does that mean? When you sign your name, you are proclaiming who you are. With the L or Bay on your name, you are proclaiming who you are. When you fill out a document and they say white, black, or other Moorish American. If that's race, Asiatic. That's proclaiming. That's proclaiming. Again, if you get anybody from Mexico that come over here and they have a child born here, to validate that child's citizenship, the parent have to fill out that paperwork and proclaim. That's it. So when was the last time that you proclaimed? When the last document, when it came up and said, and I'm not talking about these little, I'm not talking about these little job applications like that. I'm not really talking about that. I'm talking about if you go to the motor vehicle, you know what I mean, and you want to change, see, people want to change their names and all that. That's your business. That's your right as a citizen if that's what you want to do. But nevertheless, when you sign something, that's when you proclaim. When you fill out legal binding documents, that's a proclamation. All right. Let me drop down here real quick. This comes out the book, No Citizen Left Behind. You got me? No Citizen Left Behind. It's on page 70. Here's the reference. You can write it down. If I'm not mistaken, you should be able to pull it up. If not, write something in it, write something. You know, I was putting this show together fast because I was worked up. But I'm going to read this. Black people, it's supposed to say black people, seen both capitalized with lowercase b, is a term used in certain countries, often and socially based system of racial classification or ethnicity to describe persons who are perceived to be dark-skinned compared to other given populations. As such, the meaning of the expression varies widely, both between and within societies, and depends significantly on context. We're talking about black people here. We're talking about black people. When we talk about black people, this is what we talk about. As such, the meaning of the expression varies widely, both between and within society, and depends significantly on context. For many other individuals, communities, and countries, black is perceived as a derogatory, outdated, oh, you know, we like to be in style. Oh, yeah. We like to be fleek. Yeah, we like to be in style. For many other individuals, communities, and countries, black is also perceived as a derogatory, outdated, reductive, or otherwise unrepresentative label. And as a result, it is neither used nor defined. It's the facts. That's why if y'all watch when Brother Polite went to Egypt, they wouldn't call him black because it was perceived as derogatory, reductive. They wouldn't call him black. If you ain't see it, go see it. It's on my brother Sinetta channel. Different societies apply differing, it should be different criteria regarding who is classified as black. And these social construct, black is a social construct, people. Period. Period. Different societies apply different criteria regarding who classified as black, and these social constructs have also changed over time. So black yesterday is not black today. That's why black was derogatory during the prophet's time, and we try to make black beautiful this time. Black during the prophet times, man, we would hit somebody in the mouth during the prophet's time. We'll literally pop somebody in the mouth. Today, black power. But nevertheless, legally, it's always been a reductive term. Legally, it's always been. Today, we black power God crazy. James Brown said, hey, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Hey, say it loud. I mean, but during the prophet's time, you call somebody black if you want. Somebody was going in. All right, let's conclude on this. And the social criteria for blackness vary. For example, in North America, the term black people is not necessarily an indicator of skin color or ethnic origin. Did you hear me? That don't mean you from Africa. It don't mean you're from Africa. Listen what it says. North America, that's where we at, people. The term black people is not necessarily an indicator of skin color or ethnic origin, but it instead is a socially based racial classification. Again, but instead is a socially based racial classification related to being African American, which is a misnomer, with a family history associated with institutionalized slavery. Again, it's associated with institutionalized slavery. In South Africa and Latin America, mixed race people are generally not classified as black. In other regions, such as Australasia, settlers applied the term black, or it was used by a local population with different histories and ancestral backgrounds. And I'm going to leave it at that, family. Now, so what am I saying? What am I saying? Is nationality necessary in 2016? I'm telling you, nationality is always necessary. I'm telling you, nationality is always necessary due to the fact, if it wasn't necessary, why would we be stripped of it? And we're the only person or people on the planet Earth that ever been stripped of it. One reason why is because the Moors ruled the world as you see America does today in the old days. That's one reason why. And one thing for sure and two things for certain. If we ruled once, we shall rule again. But the biggest delay tactic for us not to rule again is to know that we didn't rule before. The greatest delay tactic to stop us from ruling again is to keep in secret that we never ruled before. And hide it right beneath your nose, in the top of your head, that you were a great people, that the Moors ruled the world. No. Just not the Iberian Peninsula, the world. We were friends with everybody in the world. Moors got a good heart. Moors are people who went to not enslave Europeans in the beginning. Moors went to Europe to civilize Europeans so the nonsense wouldn't overflow into Africa. We got there, we lost our way. It's no different when today we seek knowledge and we seek information, and yet we end up wearing bulletproof vests to debate. It's no different when you're standing on the corner selling DVDs, standing by Dr. Khalid Muhammad, you know what I mean, for all those years, joining the Nation of Islam for all those years. But now YouTube come along, they gonna pay me a check. But in order to do that, I gotta keep controversy going. We just lose our way. We just lose our way. I'm saying we shouldn't lose our way like that again. You know what I'm saying? You get the young guy, it happens today. They talk about the Moors enslaved our people. No, Africans participated in the slave trade. No different than our people that are participating into the destruction of our people today. We fell asleep back then. We haven't woke up today. That's it. Take responsibility. Take responsibility. We fell asleep then, and we haven't woke up yet. When are we going to take responsibility and say, you know what? Let me, and I always say this when I talk about nationality and the Moorish sign symbol of America. I'm gonna do like this. I'm your pen. But what I'm saying is that we must come together, and we must come together under a political identity and a national and divine identity and principles. We must. People say, well, why? Everybody ain't gonna come together. Everybody ain't gonna come together. Well, guess what? Those that do not come together, they will not have the benefits of the group, because the group have to be applied to everyone like every other group on the face of the earth. Nationality, divine principle, creed, like everybody else on the face of the earth. This wasn't established by Europeans. If y'all want to give Europeans all this big ups and props, it was not established by a European. This construct was designed by our people. This was our people that put this together. When you read in the Holy Quran of Mecca that Allah sends prophets to tribes, nations, Let me back up. Families, tribes, and nations. When you read that in the Holy Quran, where is your nation? Where is your nation? Your nation can't be scattered. You black this week. You a nigger next week. You was colored last week. You was a Negro the week before that. You African American next month. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's stop playing. We need to come together. We need to come together. All the foolishness that you do, who cares? Unite yourself. Everything else will work itself out. I got some issues. I got some problems. No, I ain't got no problems. I ain't gonna front. I ain't got no problem. I'm good. See, more science teach you that every problem ain't a problem. What you consider to be a problem, you understand that it's a developmental lesson. You're in the classroom of life, baby. And when it happens, it is what it is. What that I'm gonna grab up out of this. That's what more science give you. More science gives you the science of life. The science of life. Of how to resolve what you think is a problem. It's really not a problem. It's really not a problem. Now, let's roll like this real quick. Ali's men have a convention in Baltimore. I'm going to put a flyer up next time we go live because I don't have a flyer right now. But one of the things we be talking about is what we coined Operation Proclamation. Now, the Prophet Noble Ali mentioned that the gold, let me go back here real quick, that the gold and the silver, if I can find it real quick, I think that's it. Nope, that ain't it. Hold on. The Prophet Noble Ali mentioned, I see, all right. The Prophet Noble Ali mentioned, right up here, because I'm going to go back to it. The wealth of all free national governments, gold and silver, and commerce belongs to the citizens alone. Belongs to the citizens alone. How do we get access to the gold, silver, and commerce? What are you talking about, Noble Drew Ali? You was born in North Carolina, 1886. Slavery had just in 1865. How you know all this, Noble Drew Ali? How you know this, Timothy Drew? How you know it? The wealth of all national governments, gold and silver and commerce belongs to the citizen. Here we go. Oh, hold up. Belongs to the citizen. And without your national citizen by name and principle, you have no true wealth. Money doesn't make the man. It's free national standards and power. Let's stop right there. How do we get that power? My brother Sharif has a saying. Be the power. How do we be the power? We have to come together. We have to unify. We have to get behind one good brother or sister. Start local at the grassroots. Put that brother or sister in office. And then we have access to our money. Tell you something. It doesn't take a whole bunch of votes. In my area, if I can get 2,000 people to vote for me in next election cycle, 2,000, I become the power in my local district. I do. And by default, we do. Now I got access to the gold and the silver. The power to make a change for my people. Yelling black power is not going to make a change for my people. Running, asking somebody for something is not going to make a change for my people. Now imagine this. I'm just talking about a city council seat. Imagine that every city throughout the United States that is populated by us do the same thing in every district. Majority of Asiatic so-called black cities and states, or you know what I mean, cities rather, we get behind one good person. And I'm not talking about somebody that's running. I'm talking about, nah. The election cycle ends, you start to build your person. You start to build your credibility with the community. By the time the next election cycle go around, your candidate is ready to roll. You put them in office, now we have access to the power, the gold, and the silver. No longer do we have to write in for something. Not only that, judges, chief of police, any voted position, and all those that's appointed over time, if you get much of your people in position, they are going to appoint the right one anyway. That's how the wealth become ours. But without a free national standard, we have no cohesion. We have no trust with one another. For one thing, we're not of one mind. As the Prophet Noble Drew Ali states, Allah is one. Man and the law are one. We are bound by cords. Every living thing is bound by cords to every other living thing. We are the children of one Father. We are one. Marcus Garvey said, one aim, one destiny, one God. We must become of one mind. And nobody telling you to put on a turban or fast. One mind is hoping and then living in the reality that this is ours. But we got to do some work. We just got to do some work. We ain't going to paperwork ourselves about this. All the paperwork movements, man, I'm sorry. We're not going to paperwork ourselves about this. Would you rather receive the paperwork or send the paperwork in? What you rather do? If I put my brother or my sisters in office, right? And I say, you know what? Why should we have to go somewhere and change my name? Can't we create a cabinet where we can go to the office and say, you know what? I've accepted my nationality. Sir, you have accepted your nationality? Absolutely. This is my letter from the temple. Here you go. This is my letter from a Grand Sheikh. Here you go. This is my letter from a representative of the Moorish American nationality, whatever. Here you go. We get our documents stamped by our people, and we take this document to the motor vehicle or the DMV and say, here go my new information. We take it to the to Social Security Administration if that's what you want to do. Now, look, I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong, because I know we got a lot of people out there that talk that old stuff, bonds and all that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is becoming the power. Once we become the power, we make the rules. We make the rules, but we can't make the rules from the outside. Can't make the rules from the outside. Y'all know anything about the Trojan horse? It's a serious degree. It's a serious degree, the Trojan horse. Go check out the story. Study the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and you'll see what he's trying to do. He's not trying to Islamitize you if that's what you think. He's not trying to Moroccanize you. I'm making this stuff up as I go along. He's not trying to do any of that. He's trying to show you the way to salvation. And when we're talking about salvation, don't get all dogmatic on me. Trying to show you the way to true freedom. Trying to show you a way to true freedom. There's only one way. It's not two or three. There's not two or three ways. We will never obtain true freedom if we don't have a cohesive unit as it relates to who we are and who our forefathers were, because we are that today. But we must own up. We must proclaim. That's it. Case closed. That's it. We can play around for another 20 years, another 30 years, and we can stay being subjected and dominated. Or we can say, you know what? I'm going to find me some brothers that know what that brother Tahaka Bey spoke about. I'm going to find me some sisters that know what that brother Tahaka Bey talked about. And if they're not talking like brother Tahaka Bey, I'm going to get in touch with brother Tahaka Bey and say, what's up with this one? What's up with that? Because that ain't sound like what you was talking about. See, what I'm talking about is this. I'm talking about true unity. I'm talking about real work. I'm talking about really getting on the ground and making something happen. I'm not talking about shuffling paperwork, faxing, and emailing. I'm talking about really getting on the ground and making something happen. I'm talking about really putting somebody in power, y'all, in real time. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about shuffling, getting paper stamped. I'm not talking about that. That's somebody else's lane, not mine. That's all I'm saying. That's what's going to solve our problems. That's what's going to solve our problem. Us coming together and understanding what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought us. Our solution is in our unity. That's it. And our unity must put us into power. That's it. Our unity must put us into power. This ain't gonna do it. This gonna do it. Our unity must put us into power. And with that, my family, that's all I gotta say about that. Y'all feel me? That's all I gotta say about that, man. That's all I got to say about that. Now, in the beginning of the show, I talked about Brother Sinetta. Brother Sinetta, you know I don't got no beef with you, brother. But brother, when you say my name, it is what it is. I'm going to do a comparative analysis. Again, none of my business what my brother Ishmael Law Bey does. He a grown man. None of my business if you confront it. You a grown man. But when you invoke my name, that's a whole nother ball game. And family, when you want to proclaim your nationality, you need to find a Moorish Temple of America and do that. You got to do that. You know what I mean? So with that, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna close, man. I want to see how y'all doing, man. Who was in that? Let me look in the chat real quick. Who was in there talking that stuff? Let me see. Become producer, creates goods and services. Absolutely, my brother. That's exactly what we have to do. You know, we got to what we got to do is we got to stop thinking small. We need to create things that people are really going to use. You know what I mean? We need to get out the frame mind of hustling and become real entrepreneurs. Thank you, War Ready. We need to get out the frame mind of hustlers. We think it's slick to say that we hustlers. Hustling ain't slick no more. We need to do a little bit more. We need to stop making little trinkets. Or we can start making trinkets, but we need to advance to the next big thing. We need to get our children into the technology of the age. And we need to bring it home. Man, we need to get some of these brothers that's in the IT, that's in IT school. Try to connect with them, give them a little bit more science or consciousness, period. So we can bring some of those skills back. We need to think big. You know, John Henry Clark said, what made you think? What has happened to you that you can't make a pamper? What happened? You can't make a pamper for your own child. You can't make a pamper for your own child. You got to go to the store. See, I say this all the time, man. When in the hood, when you got little children, they run into the Korean or the Japanese, Chinese, whoever got the store, the Arab, whoever got the store, and you can't even produce yourself. If you eat eggs, milk, bread, you're looking at another group of people, and subconsciously you have given them your power and have reduced yourself. You don't see no good coming from yourself, because every place that you go, somebody have to serve you. Somebody have to give you something. Somebody have to sell you something. When we going to take a stand? And look, let me tell you something. Don't even think for 1 minute, for 1 second. Because I know how y'all do. Brother, what you doing? Oh, yeah. Anybody that know to Harker Bay, I'm okay. All praise be to Allah. I'm good. Real good. Because Allah take care of his workers. You work for Allah, you gonna be all right. The boss ain't mean and it pay real good. I ain't gonna put my business out there because you might think I'm bragging or something. I don't like to do that, but I'm good. Trust me on that one. And what I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from experience that we must create things that's gonna take us to the next level. We must create housing. We must get into property. We must get into land. We must get into food. All that poisonous food out there killing us. You ever notice in Baltimore, we call this thing, in Baltimore, long time ago. We used to call this thing Baltimore gut. It's where the sisters, they will wear half of shirts, or they wear tight shirts, and their belly was just chilling like a bear belly, we used to call it back in the day. And I'm not slandering nobody, no, I'm making a point. And you know what I said, man, this must come from them ramen noodles, man. Man, ramen noodles poison my sisters, man. You know what I mean? And they have no shame, nothing. They wear half a shirt. Man, that little cheap food, man, be destroying our people, man. Be destroying our people. Man, we got to produce our own food, man. I know y'all heard this all life. Man, go in your backyard, man. Man, grow something yourself. Go get a permit, get some chickens or something if you like meat. I'll stop eating meat. I don't want no meat no more. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, man and his other shameless, strike down and eat the beast. And strike the beast. I ain't eating the beast. I don't want the beast. I'm working on it. I don't want to mess with that old no good beast no more. You know what I mean? But if you are able to let that beast go at this time, man, go to an Amish market if you're in that type of area. Go to a fresh meat market. Man, they cut the meat fresh with no steroids. Buy grass-fed food. Buy organic food. No pesticides, man. They poison our people, man. No matter where you go on the ground in the inner city, all of our sisters, they have them little funny shapes, or they even look extremely well, or they look extremely to the left. Personally, me, I like me a thick sister. Don't get it twisted. That's just my preference. I want no little skinny, little round. That ain't what I'm saying. But the food is destroying our people. I mean, I love all my sisters. I love all my sisters. But when we eat ourselves to almost literal death, sometimes it's not even the sister fault. It's the food. Sometimes it's not the brother fault. It's the food. The food is poison, man. Sister is poison. People say, well, I don't eat that much. It's the food. Change your diet could save your life. You follow me? With that being said, family, I'm gonna see if I can get up out here. Let's see what people talk about. That's why kids can't think straight. That's right. They keep kids thinking like Moors, family, I love y'all. We be back on Sunday. I might do a special show. I want to do a special show this week, maybe on Friday, because I want to talk about what's going on in Baltimore. The Moors are coming to Baltimore, and we got a lineup. We got a lineup of scholars. I might even perform Hotep. I might even perform Hotep. You heard? But it's from the 4th till the 6th in Baltimore. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a good time, man. Who want to comment, man? Who want to comment? I'm gonna let you comment. Let's let you comment. Hold up. Let me let you comment, brother. I'm gonna give a few minutes. Who want to comment? All right, let's do this. I love the family. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I love the family. This is my thing. Man, I love my people, man. I love Moors, man. I love Asiatics, man. That's why when I see that division stuff, I can't stand it. Anyway, let me see what I'm looking for. Hold up. Y'all mess me up. Y'all mess me up. Let's see this. What I'm looking for? Sticky notes. I'm looking for my own number. I know y'all be calling this number too. When I ain't I know y'all be calling this number when I'm not on the air. I know y'all do, but I don't know what y'all be talking about halftime, because I don't answer the phone. You know what I mean? I only answer the phone. So I'm gonna put this number up here real quick and see if somebody want to call that. Let me see. I don't even know if the phone works because I don't keep it charged up. That's a fax phone. That's the Moorish world phone. That's the bat phone. You know what I mean? Let's see. I'm gonna put the 9 in. See if somebody want to add up. And I don't do no arguing. I like to have discussions. I like to have discussions. I don't do no arguing now. If you want to argue, you got to take that somewhere else. I don't do that. I like to have discussions. You know what I mean? Now, I can't get every comment at once. You know what I mean? I'm going to wait a few minutes. Let me see what we got here. Let me see what we got here. All right. Now, I can't get every comment. I can't get everything at once. So one call, that's what I'm going to answer. I ain't going to stay on me all night. You know what I mean? I ain't going to be able to do it. But here we go. Yeah. What's going on? Okay, let's talk. We will call in. Is it okay? Come on in. Come on in, brother. Come on in. Don't hold me up. I got things to do around here. Come on. Come on. Call in. All right, let me see. Oh, yeah, it's on. I think that's the number. Okay. All right. Come on. Don't hold me up. You old tapping. Let's see. That guy, beggars can't be choosers. That's right. I don't see nobody calling. Let me make sure I put the right number in there. Let me see. Let me make sure. Y'all work with me now. We want to see what somebody say. We want to see what they got to say. All right. Ain't calling yet? Nothing. Let me see. All right, hold up. Let me give you you said nothing in this phone. Hold up. Wrong number. Maybe wrong number. Let me see. Hold tight. I'm about to find out in a minute. I might have put the wrong number because I don't know this number. I do too much stuff. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place, people. Hold up. What number did I put in there? Let me see. Man, hold up, man. You might be dialing the wrong number, bro. Let me see. I'm going to dial it myself. Let me see. Man, the phone worked. You see that? I just dialed the number. Come on, man. 869-2517. Now, let me make sure. What I just dialed? 443. Come on, man. I just dialed the number myself, brother. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's going on? Come on, brother. I ain't gonna worry all night now. What kind of phone you got? You been that guy one of them tent phones. You got one of them tent phones. Man, get that phone back, man. Them people gonna be messing my phone up. You got one of them old tent phones. Y'all know about them tent phones. They got them in Baltimore, man. They get them tent phones away, man. You know, they get them tent phones. They be under that tent and giving them people all them phones. Man, I don't want none of them phones. I mean, I don't want that. Nah, don't get no tent phone. Don't call me on no tent phone. Don't you call me on no tent phone. Where you at, brother? 869-2517. Where you at? You don't want to talk. You playing. I gotta get ready to go, man. I got things to do. I'm hungry. You know what I mean? Hey, oh yeah, I got one for y'all. Look, coming up by Friday. Y'all with me? By Friday, I got an interview with my brothers from Moorish American National Republic. I'm uploading that before Friday. Hold on. Hello? Who am I speaking with? Islam family. Islam family. You know I'm a jokester, brother. So brother, you had to walk with me on this one. You know what I mean? I'm a happy guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a happy guy. So the thing is, because I'm a happy guy, I don't want nobody to turn this happiness into some foolishness. But brother, introduce yourself, tell people who you are, and then come on in.
Okay, this is Motel. It's Taylor L from Baltimore. And I came to your temple a couple weeks ago. You remember, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I didn't make it this week because I was working, so I'm gonna try to make it this Friday.
Islam, more. Hey, more. This is I want to say. You know, the temple just started, and we started off small, but more. Right. Tell me, do you feel the prophet in the temple, brother?
Oh, I definitely feel the prophet in the temple. No doubt about that.
That's what's up, brother. So talk to me, brother. Brother, I look forward to seeing you. Hopefully this Friday, if you're able to make it. But nevertheless, brother, what brings you to call in? What's going on, brother? Talk to us.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you address the nationality with, nobody's black, nobody's African American. And when they keep saying that, they just don't get to understand it. I don't know why they just don't get that point. You know what I mean? It's sitting there black and white for you to understand that language.
Well,
I mean, you addressed it very well, so I appreciate the demonstration of that.
Well, brother, thank you. All praise be to Allah. But this is how this works, though, brother. The European has done such good work on our mind, and I say good work because we refuse to try to unravel it. You know what I'm saying? That means he did a good job. That means he did the work that he wanted to do. That means when I say that I'm a Moorish American, somebody that's not subscribing to Moorish science or Islam, they're going to look at me and feel as though I'm different from them. The European has done a wonderful job. The European has done his job. You understand what I'm saying?
We got a powerful prophet before that to us, so I honor the prophet of Israel.
Exactly. But the European has worked our minds so much that we look at ourselves like we can't have a prophet. We don't deserve a prophet. We ain't good enough for a prophet. We gotta get a prophet from somewhere else because we just not good enough for one. We've been beat down so bad we don't see no good. God don't think about us. That's the mind state. That's the mindset. That we are void of God intervening in our problems. And our problem was worse than any other group of people on the face of the earth.
Absolutely, bro.
See, I said 1,000,001 times, brother. I said 1,000,001 times. Every group of people that have suffered mistreatment, misfortune, and slavery, when they came up out of it, they knew who they were.
Absolutely.
They knew who they were. We are the only, let me tell you something. It said Jesus came to the Israelites because Rome had subjugated the Palestinians. Arabia was in Saudi Arabia. Arabia was in disarray. Muhammad came there. India was dealing in such nonsense. So my brother Buddha had to go there. You know, so we had all of these people around the world, around the globe that was dealing in such nonsense. They had to go there, right?
Right.
We, as a group of people, was beaten, mistreated, and we were just really down trying to put food on our neck. And when we came out of it, we didn't even know who we were. And I say this to say, if anybody on the face of the earth needed intervention by God, we qualify more than anybody.
Absolutely, Mo. Absolutely. Oh, my goodness.
We qualify more than the Palestinians. We qualify more than the Arabians. We qualify more than anybody because we did not know who we are, who we were. We couldn't even make it back to God. A nationality is a roadmap back to God.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But brother, go ahead and say something now, but let somebody else call them before I roll up. You got me pumped up, boy. You got me pumped up again.
I'm good, Mo. I didn't want to call because I see was great, but all praise to Allah and peace and blessings. Thanks for the demonstration.
Peace and love, my brother. I hope I see you Friday, brother, so we can build some more. Peace and love. Now, Mr. Learning Center, you can call it what you want, my brother. You know what I mean? DH, whatever. You can call it what you want, my brother. You know, nobody asking you or begging you to be on here. Nobody asking you to be no more. Those days are gone. See, we want people that just want something better in life. Maybe you don't want it. Maybe your life is already good. The Prophet Noble Ali said, this is open for strong men and women who think their condition can be better. Your conditions might be all right. And we good. You good. Your conditions may be good, brother. And we good. You feel me? You feel me? Brother, I want my man up out of here, man. I don't even want him in there, man. Keep cussing like he crazy, man. Go make another fake account. You know what I mean? Go make another fake account. What I'm saying is, the Prophet Noble Ali say this is a field open for strong men and women. Everybody not strong. Everybody don't think their conditions can be better. Some people are all right. Some people are all right popping bottles. Some people are all right rolling up. Some people are all right. Some people are all right in their apartment. They don't see nothing better than their apartment. They don't see nothing better than their little car, or their fancy car, or their 5 or 6 cars, or their 3 or 4 houses, or their couple women. See, they good. They don't think their conditions can be better. So you can't, we can't use you. You can't work with us. Your conditions is good. See, this is a field open for strong men and women. You gotta be strong in this one. This ain't for flunkies. You know what I mean? This ain't for softies. You see what I'm saying? This ain't for softies. This ain't the softy club. You gotta think your conditions can be better, and you gotta be strong. You know what I mean? This ain't the softy club, baby. Oh, praise be to Allah. Brother called me preaching. That's because you ain't listening. That's because you ain't listening. You looking to criticize. That slave miners at work 24/7. You better check it. You looking to criticize. That's slavery in work, in practice. When the best thing you can do is look to criticize. That is slavery. That is slavery in practice. When you're looking for division, that is slavery. When you're looking for fault, that is slavery. No longer do you need a chain around your neck. No longer do you need a whip on your back. You just do it effortlessly and don't even know you're doing it. Sad, man. Stuff together. Man, with that being said, brothers, I'm going to get up out of here. Sisters, I'm going to get up out here. Man, I love the family. I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. And again, I like to say in the beginning of this, I am not coming aggressively to provoke nonsense. I'm making a point. I'm doing an analysis and a comparison. I'm comparing what is more logical, what makes sense. From that, you decide. I'm not taking nobody's side. I don't do that. I rep me. And when I rep me, sometimes I have to do a disclaimer, because I don't want y'all for 1 minute think that this is the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I don't want for 1 minute you think that this is the Moorish Science Temple of America, or any beautiful brother or sister that subscribe to the teachers of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Because Moorish Science Temple of America is for good, not destruction. It's for the good of the people. And if anybody don't want to subscribe to something that is for good, something that tells you from the inception that you need to learn to love instead of hate, so I don't want you to have a misconception of what I stand for. Sometimes I might jump out there. And if I do, remember that's me, Brother Tahaka Bay, jumping out there. I don't remember yet, I don't remember if I did yet. But if I ever happen to, know for sure that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said we must learn to love instead of hate. We are for peace, not destruction. So if I jump out there and it seems like I'm about destruction, that's me. Don't say no more. Tahaka Bay went crazy. Don't say the Moors or the Moorish Science Temple of America. That brother Tahaka Bay lost his mind, because I know that the Moorish Science Temple of America, they teach you need to learn to love instead of hate. We don't put somebody down to raise us up. We don't criticize nobody to raise us up. But we will address some things. But if it ever seems as though I'm doing that, that's me. And with that, I say peace and love. Y'all got me? Islam Temple number 11. I love you, family. Asiatics, Muslims, so-called black people, African American, whoever you want to call yourself. I love you, family. You remember that. I'm up out of here. Let me see if I can. I don't know more. Let me see what I got on here. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm gonna read some comments. It's just a new day, more. I'm gonna have some new songs real soon. Watch. Yeah. I'm gonna just go out on this one. Yeah. Right there. Watch it. Check it out. Check it. Y'all made me do it. Ain't want to do it. Try to work with y'all. I was going through it. Ah! Yeah. Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. Y'all made me do it. Ain't want to do it. Try to work with y'all. And I was going through it. Oh, that's my joke. Woo. Hey. Song right here. Song. What's up, Wolverine? Hey! Hey! Woo! Man! Woo! Y'all feel that? Hey! Yeah! Y'all ready to go in? Let's go in. That's it. Let's go in. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Hey, y'all rock with me. I want to do 2 songs. Rock with me. Man, I be feeling this stuff, man. I love the prophet. I love it.
It's a new day for the Moors, oh yeah.
Y'all feel
It's a
me?
new day for the Moors. It's a new day for the Moors.
Y'all with me?
It's a new day for the Moors.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new day for the
Y'all with me? What's up, Diggy Ali, man? Islam. Hey, hold up.
Oh yeah. It's a new day for the Moors.
Hold up. Let me get this. Y'all with
It's a
me?
new day for the
We're
Moors.
gonna rock out the minute. Y'all gonna rock out with me? Look, check this out. I got that Moorish American National Republic interview coming up.
It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors.
Hey, Moors.
It's a new day
I got
for
that.
the Moors.
I got that.
Islam.
I got that. Who I got? Roy Bay coming up. I got that Ishmael. Sharif Bay Bills. That's dropping all this week. All this week, we dropping bombs. Check it out. Check it out. Here we go. Y'all made me do it. They ain't want to do it. Try to work with y'all, and I was going through it. I say hit the streets. They want to hit the streets. Want to stay in the temple. Same speech, same talk, same bark. No bite. Well, all right. I'm too hard to fake it. I'ma handle that. My prophet spoke to me. Say handle that. Now front and center, front line. Look at y'all. Wanting mine, but it ain't mine. It's God plan, a law plan. Oh man, 2016. All you gonna see is Prophet Noble through Ali. Old boys, step aside. Third and fourth. Come on, let's ride. Hey.
It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
What's up, Taylor?
It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors.
What's up, Malik Bag?
It's a new day for the
Yeah.
Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day
Peace,
for
Jamal,
the
man.
Moors.
Done. Presented by a prophet of God. And you mean to tell me we can't go? Hold up. I want y'all to hear this. I say we've been visited by a prophet of God. And you mean to tell me we can't go hard? I'm the Moor of old, the one who rode the elephants over the Alps in the cold. I even went to Spain, rearranged the terrain, even tried to civilize Cain. Now, Cypher. 2016, I'm going to show you what this means. My tassel rolled 360. Do you really think you can tell me what to do and say? Do you know I look up to Foreman Bay? I roll with the prophet, I'm a prophet more. Follow the prophet, so I profit more. Stop it more. I'm holding the world, I make me drop it more. Now drop it more, let's go.
The elephants over the elves in the cold, even with the Spain, rearrange the terrain, even try to civilize Cain. Now cipher 2016, I'ma show you what this mean. My tassel roll 360. Do you really think you can tell me what to do and say? Do you know I look up the form and pay? I roll with the prophet, I'm a prophet more. Follow the prophets, so I profit more. Stop it more. I'm holding the world, I make me drop it more. Now drop it more. Yes, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors.
Oh yeah.
Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
Wait till that new one drop.
Yeah. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors.
Check it out.
It's a new day for the Moors.
Oh yeah.
Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
Check it out.
Between you and I am the wise.
Let me break it down.
Divided.
I say, between you and I am the wisest. You never measure up if your household divided. How you gonna teach anybody but Drew when the people that love you, they don't believe you? They probably think you got jail religion. Need to wash off that stench of prison. Speaking of prison, what do y'all attract? What about the children and y'all adapts? Go on, scrap that. I ain't even tripping. I show you what happened when a law gives you vision. No government grants, no food stamps. Learn how to build a temple from watching the ants, from watching my prophet and listening to a law. I will be in hell if I listen to y'all. Listen to y'all, talking all Moorish, walking around broke with nothing show for it.
How you gonna teach anybody about you when the people that love you, they don't believe you? Probably think you got jail religion. You need to wash off that stench of prison. Picking up prison, that's all y'all try. But what about the children and y'all adapt? Go scrap that. I ain't even tripping. I show you what happened when the law gives you vision. No government grants and no food stamps. Learn how to build a principle out the end. I'm watching my prophet and listen to a law. I will be in hell if I listen to y'all. Listen to y'all, talking all Moorish, walk around broke, but never show for love. It's a new day for the Moors.
Hey.
Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah. Islam.
Walk with me. Come on, walk with me. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down tonight.
Hey. It's
Check
a
it out.
new day for the Moors.
I'm gonna break this song down tonight.
It's a new day for the
I ain't never do
Moors.
this.
Oh, yeah.
I like this part. Check
It's
it out.
a new
Check it
day
out.
for the Moors.
Check it out.
Stop screaming, bragging about our greatness.
I say, stop screaming, bragging. Now I'm talking to the Moors. Stop screaming, bragging about our greatness. Third and fourth generation see through the fakeness. They don't really care about Seville or Granada. Their primary focus is Gucci, Prada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada, nothing, nothing, nada. Can't relate because your mind state is caught up in the past. If you flex, I'ma blast on you and your staff. My young boys coming, they becoming more shmen. But before they learn to love, they susceptible to sin. So watch your slander, because they got the hammers. Kind of like Jesus, kind of like Peter, protecting Jesus. I'm a Drew Ali apostle. Don't get hostile, because ain't no telling what I do for the gospel.
Third and fourth generation see through the fakeness. They don't really care about Seville or Granada. Their
Primary focus is Gucci, Prada. Who you uplifting?
Nothing, nada.
Who you uplifting?
Nothing, nada.
Nothing,
Nada.
nothing.
Nothing, nada.
Can't relate because your mind state is caught up in the past. If you flex, I'ma blast on you and your staff. My young boys coming, they becoming more strand. But before they learn to love, this is not what I said. So watch your slander. They got the hammers, kind of like Peter, protecting Jesus. I'm a Drew Ali apostle. Don't get hostile, because ain't no telling what I do for the gospel. Oh!
It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors.
Let me do this one.
It's a new
I'm gonna do
day
one
for
more.
the
My
Moors.
boy already. I'm gonna break it down.
It's a new day for the Moors. San Diego's Moors. Everybody stand. Oh yeah. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors.
Hey.
It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more.
It's a new day for the Moors.
This one for my man.
Yeah.
We're ready. We're ready. This one for you. We're gonna break this one down real quick. And then I'm gonna release this. I'm gonna release it real soon. I wanna be your friend.
I'm trying to be your friend, man. Trying to be your friend, bro. Help me out.
Meet me halfway. I wanna be your friend.
peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. So let me be your friend.
Check it out. It be like, I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom. Till I return to Allah one day, we gonna meet him. It's all about justice. That's the focus of the message. But sometimes Asiatics make me want to forget the blessing. I be all up in my passion from all the Moorish bashing. But all things considered, I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail. Another calling us Neanderthal, and he all pale. I mean, for real, this is what it come to, my brother. We got nothing better to do than talk down to each other. Yeah, we can be scholarly or we can get gutter. We are the children of one father, and the breast of one mother has birthed us all. And first of all, we beefing while the peen trying to murk us all. You need to chill, my brother, and tell the elder the same. Because on the real, my man, I'm really about them things. I can take the feds off and go back in the low and return to the state where they used to call me dope. But no, I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah.
Love, Hey yo, I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom. Till I return to Allah, one day we gon' meet him. I'm all about justice, that's the focus of the message. Sometimes Asiatics make me wanna forget the lesson. I be all up in my passion from all the Moorish passion. All things considered, I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail, another calling us Neanderthal, and he all pale. I mean, for real, this is what it comes to, my brother. We got nothing better to do than talk down to each other. Yeah, we can get scholarly or we can get gutter. We are the children of our father, and the rest of our mother has nursed us all. And first of all, we people out of pain trying to murk us all. You need to chill, my brother. Tell the elder the same, cause on the real, my man, I'm really about them things. I can take the feds off and get us back in the low and return to the state where they used to call me dope. But no, I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah. Y'all with me? I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah. I want love, not war. Standing on that 4, and I'm holding the square, the compass and the axe. That might be too deep, so let's not get off track. See, my prophet was an adat. Do you know what that is? An Egyptian adat is a brother who lived by the universal science developed in the Nile. We call it Islamism, but it's the same, my child. Said at the foot of a master, I raise you up, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you. And those that's thinking that this ain't Islam, everything the prophet taught is in the Quran. All that other stuff, prostrate and cover up, is just a start. The nearest place to be the law is the heart. Oh, what love, not war. Standing on that 4, and I'm holding the square. The compass and the axe that might be too deep. You'll let that get off track. See, our prophet was an adept. Do you know what that is? An Egyptian adept is a brother who lived by the universal science developed in the Nile. We call it Islamism, but it's the same, my child. Sit at the foot of a master. I train you up, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you. And those that's talking that this ain't Islam, everything the prophet taught is in the Quran. All that other stuff, prostrate and cover up, is just the start. The nearest place to meet the law is the heart.
The nearest place to meet the law is the heart. You can dress like Imhotep, or you can dress like an Arab. While the Moorish American Muslim unifies the word. You can say what you want about Dr. York, but he gave you different variations of the same thought. You won't appreciate that. You don't appreciate me. Appreciate the holy and divine, Drew Ali. People refuse to admit it. He the first that ever did it. Europeans hope that the Moors would forget it, but we here, strong, alive and well, resurrected from hell with a story to tell. So pay attention and listen and consider the facts. You know it's humanly impossible for you to be black. I guess a Chinaman is yellow, a Mexican is brown. Just think for a second how ridiculous it sounds.
You can dress like Emperor, but you can dress like an herb. By the most American Muslim unifies the word. You can say what you want about Dr. York, but he gave you different variations of the same thought. You don't appreciate that. You don't appreciate me. Appreciate the holy and divine Jubilee. People refuse to admit it, even first it up and did it. Europeans hope that the Moors will forget it, but we're here, strong, alive and well, resurrected from hell with a story to tell. So pay attention and listen and consider the fact. You know it's humanly impossible for you to be black. I guess a Chinaman is yellow, a Mexican is brown. Just think for a second how ridiculous it sounds. We can turn it around, but we must unite. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to fight. Because if we have to fight, you know how we get. I'm still learning to love, but I'm not there yet. So work with me, fam, and I'm gonna work with you. Let's all work together and do what we gotta do. Because on the real side, we haven't made no progress since 1929 when the prophet left the flesh. We have an Asiatic president, men marrying men, psycho shooting up a club and don't see his own sin. And those that say they conscious done took your bucks. Move straight to Hollywood, straight living it up. And y'all bigging it up, straight cheesing and grinning. But it was your bread to help them set it off in the beginning. Be careful what you put in your soul, because it could blind you. Unfortunately, people get paid to misguide you. I want to be your friend. Sound, we can turn it around, but we must unite. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to fight. Because if we have to fight, you know how we get. I'm still learning to love. No, I'm not there yet. So work with me, fam, and I'ma work with you. And let's all work together and do what we gotta do. Because on the real side, we haven't made no progress since 1929 when the prophet left the flesh. We got an Asiatic president, men marrying men, psycho shooting up a club and don't see his own sin. And those that say they conscious, that took your bucks. Move straight to Hollywood, straight living it up, and y'all picking it up, straight cheesing and grinning. But it was your bread to help set it off in the beginning. Be careful what you put in your soul, cause it could blind you. Unfortunately, some people get paid to disguise you. Oh yeah, I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never, and you ain't never, and you ain't never, ever. You ain't never met a boy like this, and you ain't never, ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend, peace and love. So let me be your friend, peace and love. Oh yeah, you ain't never met a boy like this, and you ain't never, ever gonna meet one again. So let me be your friend, peace and love. So let me be your friend, peace and love. I wanna be your friend, yeah. Let me be your friend. All these men, we ain't trying to be enemies. I wanna be your, so let me be your, I wanna be your friend. Hey, yeah, hey. Yeah.